What up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Mind Body Physio, and today we are talking about tapping into our core. Let's get into it. At this point, you probably understand that having a strong core is a good thing. But unfortunately, there's a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation out there about how to actually tap into it and how to use it to our advantage to move well, live well, and age gracefully. So in this video, we are going to be talking about three things: the yin and yang of core, what a weak core actually means, and a simple practice drill to help us tap into our core so that you can immediately start increasing the value of a lot of the core exercises that you've probably been doing, but not getting the most value out of it. So hopefully by the end of this video, you got a good understanding of core and how to just integrate it into a lot of the core exercises that you are probably already doing. So let's get started. If you didn't watch my last video on the yin and yang of movement pain, I highly recommend you start there because it's an important concept that will tie into this concept that we're talking about today, and it'll just help connect the dots a little bit better. You don't necessarily need it, but I highly recommend it. All right, let's start with misconception number one. Our core is not our six-pack abs. Our six-pack abs are torso benders. They don't necessarily kind of tap into what core is. Torso bending and core are not the same thing. So if you're one of those people that have been doing crunches until the cows come home and struggling with crippling back pain as a result, it's because you've been training too much on that six-pack ab movement training and not understanding what core actually is and how to do exercises that focus on core. Our core is this pressure system within our torso that helps stabilize our trunk so that our extremities can move with maximal efficiency. Energy leaks within our core will manifest in overuse of either shoulders, hips, and they can trickle down to our knees, ankles, elbows, wrists, thumbs. So oftentimes learning how to maximize here can make great changes on the entire body. This pressure system is regulated by our diaphragm, which is our breathing muscle, and is the yin and yang of our core. Inhale builds the pressure system up. Exhale releases the pressure and allows this energy transfer to our extremities for maximal movement. So that's what the yin and yang of core is. It's this sequence of inhale and exhale. Now I understand you've been living up until this point, so you've been inhaling and exhaling for a long period of time. Now I always say that for life and death, just inhaling and exhaling is important for life and death. But when it comes to quality movement health, how you inhale, how you exhale can make a big impact on your quality of life and movement health. Number two, people who have weak core generally have a poor exhale. Again, with yin and yang, both need to be in harmony. And a lot of times we can kind of be strong with inhaling, holding our breath to exert ourselves, but poor with exhaling and exerting ourselves during our exhale. This inherent imbalance can manifest in pain in our back and our hips. It depends on how you're using your body, and there's no absolutes with that. Always remember, our body doesn't like being out of balance. As soon as it senses out of balance, disharmony, it's gonna try and let you know in some way, and in that way it is pain. It's a good thing. Don't run away from it. Don't be afraid of it. Understand that it's a good signal, that it's letting you know something could be better, and you just gotta work at it a little bit. People that tend to hold their breath with exertion is kind of like a false form of stability that can help us through a short-term problem, but over the long-term entirety of our life can actually feed against the movement health system. And it won't help us age gracefully, which at the end of the day, that's the goal of life. What this means though is it probably doesn't mean that you don't know how to exhale. It probably just means you don't know how to exhale deep enough to actually tap into your core. And furthermore, you don't know how to apply that to movement health with lifting, core exercises, And simply in that way, we create this disharmony in our core area. Never fear, because no matter how long your core has been weak or disengaged, the body is adaptable, it is self-healing. We just gotta tap into it a little bit. We gotta practice, we gotta challenge ourselves. And I got the perfect challenge for you. We're gonna tap into a simple breathwork drill that's gonna help you feel your core a little bit better. And hopefully, if you can feel it, you can start to integrate it into everything that you've been doing and just get the most out of what this exercise has to offer. Okay, so here's a simple drill to feel your core and how to enhance all your core exercises. First, you're going to get into a laying on your back position. You're going to take a nice breath deep into your belly, and then you're going to slowly breathe out, and you don't stop breathing out until you get the signal from your chest that tells you to breathe in. It will come after a longer period than you think. Once you get that signal, calmly take another breath into the belly, and one more time, breathe out, and don't stop until you get that signal from your body that's telling you to take a breath in. Repeat the process one more time, and then return to your normal breathing cadence. Things you should notice. Number one, we can exhale for a lot longer than we think. Number two, after the second or third pass, you should really start to feel your rib cage collapse inwards as your exhale deepens. This creates a corset effect and a tightening around your abdominal area, and that is your core. Whatever depth of exhale you had to go to feel that core and tightening effect is the depth at which you need to breathe during your core exercises or functional lifts to have your core as supportive as possible. One way to progress this exercise is to simply go from laying on your back with your knees bent to lifting your legs to a 90-degree position and trying the same thing. This is a classic dead bug exercise, but with an added layer of intention that has to do with our breath work. Give it a try. And that's all we got here for this week, folks. I hope you get a chance to apply this and feel the power of your core, even in a simple form of just laying on your back with your knees bent. Once you start to feel it there, you can start to integrate it into some of the other core exercises, and then you start to build that strong functional core that's that powerhouse, that chi, and you can start to use the body a little bit more efficiently. Again, if you got value from this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend. This is all good information that can help everyone live a little bit better, freer, and a little less pain. So a little effort on your part goes a long way. So let's help this channel grow. Let's help expose this information that's valuable to the rest of the world. And we will catch you next week. PhysioJoe out.